All right. It's the Mack and Rocker podcast.
That cowbell means we're on.
Yeah. More cowbell.
More cowbell.
You know, that's Christopher Walken made that, famous, and he's on that show I always talk about, Severance.
Yeah.
I cannot
He's
get
incredible.
enough of that.
Yeah.
Dude, he just finally came, season 2 of Severance. He's in the 5th episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's got little... you see his face in a couple episodes, but no lines. And it just an awesome scene with him and John Turturro at the very end of the episode. I'm like, God, this is...
Yeah.
You can't...
Oh, two
legends.
Two incredible actors.
Yes. I'm telling you, if folks, if you're not watching Severance on Apple TV, do not hesitate. What a great show. Yeah. And these two guys, when they're together, and they're in a lot of scenes together in season 1, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, Christopher Walken is one of my favorites. I mean,
he's awesome.
He can do it all, right? Like you've got Wedding Crashers. He's in that, and he's playing a serious but comedic role. Fantastic.
Wasn't he the bad guy in that Ben Stiller Jack Black movie where Jack Black's family created the Poogon, where it turned the dog.
Yeah. Envy, was that what it's called? Or Green?
I can't remember, but wasn't he the J Man in that?
I think so.
Where he was kind of. I don't know if he was a bad guy, but he was just like
He's
drove
crazy,
Ben Stiller
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
he drove Ben Stiller's character crazy. They
good.
called him the J Man.
Yeah,
he was hilarious in that.
He's good. He's good, man. And then John Turturro.
Dude.
He can another one that can do
just
anything.
Yeah. The 4th episode, season 2. John, you just give the Emmys to him right now because God, he was, and you got to remember in this show they're playing in a way two different
characters,
people, right?
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. In this one scene I played it on YouTube over and over because I can't. It's so inspiring. I'm like, God, that guy. He's just incredible. I'll play it for you before you leave today so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just ingenious. And it was such a dramatic scene. He's so freaking good. Give him the Emmys for Severance.
Another good show that's on Apple TV is Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
It's more sports driven, soccer and stuff, but Jason Sudeikis is fantastic. The whole cast in that is very good. That's another one that I would recommend people watch. It's got a lot of heart. It's more comedy drama than it is.
I see a lot of memes come from it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. We got a free trial a year or two ago, something like that, for Apple TV, and I kept hearing good things about it. So I decided to check out the first episode. I watched the first episode through. Brooklyn was not real interested at the time because she wasn't sure what it was about. And after I watched the first episode, I'm like, you got to get in here. We watched the first episode, and she was like, let's go ahead and watch the second one. So next thing we knew, we burned all the way through.
Found you a show.
Oh yeah, she loved it. Fell in love with some of the characters and stuff, and it's got a lot of heart. If you want something fun, funny, lighthearted with big heart,
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso.
You and Brandon talk about all these great shows, and man, I'm just so busy. I never have time.
It's hard, yeah.
I got Severance. I actually had back in 2021. I had the whole month of December off, and I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" So I, because I like. I wasn't a big fan of Adam Scott. I didn't dislike him, just didn't.
I loved him.
He's great.
Community.
Step Brothers, of course.
Yeah, he's fun in
Good
Community.
singer, my God. But I saw Ben Stiller was tied to it, and I'm like, oh, is Ben Stiller in this? No, Ben Stiller writes and directs it.
Yeah.
And so I was able to binge it in December of 2021, and I got hooked. So here, geez, almost 4 years later, I get to watch it again. I'm like, sweet, season 2 finally. So anyway, and I tell you what, Josh, that's about the only show I watch, man.
It's kind of wild that we have more access to entertainment now than we ever did. I could literally pull up my phone right now and watch anything from Hulu, Apple TV, everything.
Right. Netflix.
I still don't have time.
No time. So Amber and I, we used to watch The Office together, binge it off of whatever it is on Netflix, I think, and that was at night. When we got TV in the bedroom, so that was fun.
Yeah.
But we don't. What we're watching now together, though, is called Scamanda. Scamanda. So this woman out in California, she scammed everybody for years, saying that she had cancer, and terminal cancer, and she had all kinds of vlogs. And I mean, she ended up, I think, making about $400,000 off of donations and friends and church, her church, right? So great show, and it just. Man, it just shows you, man. People, and she's seemed like a real sweetheart, you know. But I think she's getting out. Amber looked it up. She's getting out of prison here this year, 2025. So I don't know when she went in. So it's not something you can binge. So we watched the 4th episode or 3rd episode last night. So we'll watch the next one next Friday. So yeah, see how that goes with her. Scamanda, check that out, folks. Yeah. It was, that's the last thing you want to do is take advantage of people saying you're sick. And
there was a documentary show series or something that Brooklyn and I watched. I can't remember what it's called. Darn. But it was about this lady that she killed her friend and took the money, the life insurance money and stuff.
That's nice.
And basically kind of tried to pin it on her friend's husband, and all this different stuff. And I think it's called something. There's something about Pam.
Yeah.
It's got is it Renee Zellweger?
Oh my.
Yeah. That. Oh man, that show, we watched through that, and your blood starts to boil as you're watching this thing. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
People stoop to it, isn't it?
And it's a real story. I think some things are changed to protect people and stuff, but yeah, it's a real story that they discuss, and it was frustrating. It was a frustrating show.
Amber likes the true crime stuff, so we'll watch Forensic Files, and I'm like, I'm the one sitting there. I'll start tearing up, or I'll be like, oh, geez,
Yeah.
And of course, half of them are to do with insurance, right?
Yeah.
It's
Money.
like, Jesus, you don't think people are going to figure this out?
Yeah, I know. Well, we just watched one about the guy named Chiefsaholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on Prime, but we were watching that. So this guy is a huge Chiefs fan, and he dresses up in a coyote costume and goes to games, and the Chiefs diehard fans, they all know and love him and everything, and well, come to find out, he gets arrested, and people are like, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, he gets arrested for bank robbery.
Oh.
And
just how he afforded the season tickets, right?
Yeah. So, I guess he had a huge gambling issue, all kinds of stuff.
No.
So the documentary kind of covers it, which is strange because it covers as it's happening, and not so much of, hey, this happened, and it's just reaccounting stuff. There's scenes where the bail bondsman is looking for this guy.
Yeah.
They actually. So it's very documenting things as they are actually happening time. Too. So it's very interesting, and then you actually get the story from his perspective as this is happening.
Oh wow!
So it is, I don't know, it's wild. It's a wild story.
Oh well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah,
might have to bring that up to Amber.
Yeah, that one's interesting because you're just like, man, you don't have to be a psychology expert to watch this and go, this guy's dealing with stuff. He's got some stuff going on that, a therapist sooner in life.
I like Killdozer. That was a good documentary. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Again, some of the frustrations of politics and town boards and things like that, they can really screw people over.
Yeah.
And the rule of thumb that I live by is don't tread on me. I will not tread on you.
Mm-hmm.
I just won't. So please don't to me. And then when people get tread on, man.
Yeah, I think that's a thing, It's unfortunate,
cool.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. You don't ever want to see anything ever get taken to that limit.
Sure. But I also live by the motto: don't be a reason someone brings a gun to wherever.
Yeah.
Don't be that reason.
Be kind, positive. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it before. It's free to be kind.
Yeah, and you can always be more kind.
Yeah.
As Duncan Trussell said on Joe Rogan once.
Yeah.
That I was like, I got to be more kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's something we all need to remember. And I mean, even I have times where I'm
Yeah,
just
you want to explode sometimes.
you know, it's been a winter. You know,
Jeez,
the
it
blues.
always is, man.
The winter blues are here, but you know, it's
It always is. The cold. It's just the cold enhances
the
the
cold.
turmoil and the stress. It just enhances it.
It does. Well, I mean, you can't get outside. You can't. You're not getting any sunlight.
And it's
You're
cold,
not,
right? You know, and then or white, right?
Yeah.
You know, or gloomy. I always hate the fact you can hardly see the stars this time of year. You know, here next week or on the 28th, hell, we're gonna have 7 or 8 planets almost in line, man.
Yeah.
And we probably won't be able to see it because it'd be
It'd be
goddamn
cloudy
overcast. You know?
That's I will say this though. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'll take the snow over the wet, soggy, muddy trees without leaves.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, at least it has some brightness to it. But
I like snow, especially if we can get it at Christmas time. But sorry, Josh.
no,
I'm not bored.
it's-
I
it's
just get up early.
It's early. Yeah.
I'll have to maybe.
I mean, that's why again.
Yeah, I forgot. I made a cup of coffee. Got my
Monster
warmer down
Energy.
here.
You know.
I forgot my coffee upstairs. Well, you know, but then come May, man. May
Yeah.
is just the most beautiful month. The lake's open.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get the golf cart back out.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
see, you know, and
Yeah.
I got my little electronic scooter that I like. I confiscated from my daughter. I like driving that through town. You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Hoping to get an electric bike sometime.
I want one of those. I think that'd be
They're
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
28 mile an hour, man.
Yeah.
You be cruising.
Oh, that's quick on a bike.
It's very quick, right?
mean-
You know, and plus I pedaled one down there at Paddles and Pedals there in Webster, here in Webster, and I pedaling is no problem. It wasn't like too heavy or anything like that. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Pretty light.
That'd be fun. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting one. Do you have to have a license for that? You don't have to have a
No.
license, do you?
No.
Yeah. See, I'd like to get one for Bennett because in the summer he's he's
Get
getting
him-
close to getting his permit and everything, but he
You'll have
still
to-
wants to have a summer job and
You'll have to
whatnot.
ride my speeder
yeah.
when it warms up. And,
Speeder bike?
Well, it's just it's like a a scooter almost.
Yeah.
But it's got a seat. Some of them don't have seats. You can stand on them and go. But this one's got a seat because when Scarlett had her meniscus
No.
injury, and then, I mean, you sit on that thing and it just goes. So check that, to ride that, and that might be something to get him because he could ride around that neighborhood no
Yeah.
problem, man.
Yeah.
Ride over to the park and the baseball fields there. Boy, they're neat.
Him and his friends they'll meet up and they'll take some rides around town and do different stuff and look like a little bicycle gang.
Yeah,
But
well, that's the way it should be. The way it was with us.
No, it's nice. I do enjoy when he comes and hey, so and so asked me if I could meet him over at the high school or
heck yeah.
they
you
go play
guys-
basketball.
You have a nice location too.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Not
it's,
too
it's real
far
nice.
from everything.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. That's kind of
Far
the hard
enough,
part. I don't
right?
think yeah. I mean, we're not in town, but we're close enough that we can hop on the golf cart and go into town and ride a bike or something. That's kind of the hard part. If we move, where do we move to? We kind of want to stay close to everything.
Sure. Yeah, well, you could always move to the lake. If you get the
Yeah.
cash.
So that'd be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I'd like to.
Have you had an opportunity to check out the last part of Cobra Kai yet?
No, not yet. I need to do that. That is another show that I actually do watch.
Yeah, we finished. So I think we watched it all Thursday night.
Cool. Fun?
Yeah, it ends well.
Good.
It ends well.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Don't tell me because
Nope.
I'll watch. I usually don't mind spoilers. Like when, Severance will come out sometimes on it'll come out Thursday night. So all Friday at work, I'm listening to all the theories. And so I know
Yeah.
the entire episode, But still, I watched it this morning. I'm like, God, this is awesome. Anyway, so I usually don't mind spoilers, but this one, I want to get through.
When I say it ends well, it doesn't mean it's like, oh, hey, it's the happiest endings on earth or anything like that. But it ends. They ended the show, in my opinion, the way the show should end.
Okay, see,
But that's my opinion.
yeah. Well, I can't wait to watch it. I love those actors so much. The old ones,
Yeah.
and the young ones too, of course. But the old ones are so just Ralph and Billy and Martin, those guys, and the guy that plays Chosen. Oh my God, they're so good. Chosen's my favorite.
He's
man.
fantastic in that show.
And I loved last season. I loved Mike Barnes. The fact that they brought Mike Barnes back, and he was like almost like a comic relief.
Yeah. Instead of
being
almost
a
a serial killer,
Billy Bad A. You know. And of course, he was in this season too as Billy Bad A, and then him and Johnny
Terry
went
Silver.
at it. Oh, and Terry's
man.
awesome.
He's so good in that
just
role.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I love Martin.
Martin Cove is he's good.
Oh,
he's
man.
good. I feel awful for him because he always ends up playing the bad guy.
Yeah.
In like everything. So as soon as you see him, you're like, bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy. So
but
yeah.
he seems like such a cool guy.
Oh yeah, I watched I follow the Cobra Kai stuff on Facebook,
Yeah.
and he just seems like a righteous dude.
Yeah. The thing I loved about that is the whole cast seemed like they all were just a big family. So you can kind of tell that when it gets, the show can be cheesy.
It was,
but
especially this season, Josh. I thought that first half of the season, they did like 3 parts, and I thought, oh my God, it's so cheesy, but it's still fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm okay with cheesy,
and
that's
that's
fun.
I'm fine with it. Like that's
The
kind of what we
second
need.
part of the
is
season, I thought, man, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it gets serious at times.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I can't wait. I'll probably start watching it today.
Yeah.
hope.
You'll enjoy it.
Man, I'm folding clothes.
Yeah. It's I don't know. There's opportunities for more stuff down the road, which I think is great. But I guess there's supposed to be a movie. With Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, and so who I don't know who's all going to be there.
Yeah.
But I think that's the strong suit the strong side of this show is that they bring back so many characters from 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And
they did a great job.
Yeah.
They got Elizabeth Shue to come back.
That was pretty
and
cool.
She was great.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I have to admit, I want this show to end with the happiest of all happy. That's just the way I want it. It probably won't, but all I hope, and don't tell me, I just hope Daniel and Johnny have it worked out. Okay, so I gotta watch it. That's my big hope.
I'm trying not to react at all.
Yeah, you did good on that, by the way, because I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
What's okay?
Yeah.
And another thing, there's actually something else I'd like to see, and I'd like to see Martin Cove. What's his name?
Oh,
Kreese.
John Kreese. Yeah.
I want to see Kreese and Johnny get things worked out. Okay, so I'm not looking at you. That's what I would love to see is Kreese and Johnny be like, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I can't wait to watch it.
No,
fun stuff.
It was fun. I think it was only like 3 episodes or 4 or something. I don't know. It didn't feel like long.
Yeah,
but...
I was. YouTube picked that up that first season.
Oh yeah, because it was on YouTube TV or
Premium.
YouTube or
It had to have premium. And that's when I got premium, and I haven't gone back since. As a matter of fact, like I've told you before, if my daughter wasn't an honor roll student and she likes all these shows, the only thing I'd subscribe to is YouTube Premium. I wouldn't watch any other TV but that.
That's kind of where we're at right now. We got all these streaming platforms and stuff, and
streaming wars.
Yeah,
remember South Park had a huge show on that.
I'll tell you this right now,
which was hilarious.
I'm just waiting for one group to be like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna package all these together, and then we're gonna sell it all to you. And it's like, oh, you just reinvented internet cable.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not far from it.
No,
you got YouTube TV. It's kind of in that.
Yeah.
What's the other? Is it Fubo?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know you can with YouTube.
Fubo, but yeah. They've got they're starting to kind of get this, and it's like, man, I don't want to go back to cable. Like I kind of like just piecing it together, but at this point, I'm almost paying
just as much as you did for cable. So you got to watch that. I got to watch that. I'd cancel them all. Just keep YouTube. because that's all I watch, and yeah, that's where I get my news, my all kinds of stuff. I watch all kinds of theories,
Yeah.
severance shows, which is
Yeah.
so much fun.
I've been watching a lot of football videos and
Yeah.
stuff, and just
Well, YouTube take you down.
oh yeah, you can.
I'm going here specifically for this, and the next thing you know, you watch
Yeah.
10 videos on something that you didn't go for, which is
Yeah.
fun, part of the fun.
Yeah, that's kind of where I do it.
Because that stupid algorithm throws it at
Yeah.
you.
I watch a lot of Fail Army too.
Epic fails, stuff like that.
Yeah, just
Oh my God, that stuff's amazing.
like just stuff.
Eat your heart out, America's Funniest Home
Yeah,
Videos,
yeah.
right? Holy cow!
And I think part of it's just like because it's just mindless entertainment. And
Yeah.
you don't have to think about it.
But,
It's just
and it's like fascinating. It's like, did someone survive that
Oh,
wreck,
man.
or
Yeah,
how is that survivable?
I'm glad that YouTube does a good job of that because there's people will post anything to get them some views. So YouTube's really good about making sure that those types of things on there are not on there.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing I want to do. I don't mind somebody trying to drive in the snow down, and then they end up wiping out everybody's trash cans that are there. It's like, oh man, like that.
But I don't want
that's
to see
silly.
people really
Yeah.
get hurt or killed. But man,
Yeah.
some of them you're watching, like, some of the wrecks.
And then
It's
you
like,
see them pop
sheesh.
up, and you're just like, wow.
How?
Yeah.
You see some amazing things on those fail armies.
Yeah. See,
For sure.
and I like when they switch it up. Like you'll see somebody doing like a skateboard trick or something, and then they miss it, and they're like, "Ooh, that was close." And then the next one, you see somebody do some crazy like windsurfing thing, and they get thrown up in the air. Then they land it, and you're just like, "Man, that was awesome!" Like,
When you watch those like bike wrecks, like the bicycles or skateboard wrecks, does your lower region, like my whole
Yes.
body tenses up?
yeah.
Like I
it's
felt
almost
the
like
pain.
you were, yeah.
that's
the
how
empathy,
is
right?
that?
Yeah. It's
That's crazy.
you care about humans.
I guess so, because
you're
they're wiping out a lot of times on concrete. The skaters are at
Yeah.
least, and it's like, oh my god,
that's a different breed of human, right? That's
or they'll be doing a rail trick, a rail slide, and bam, right between the legs.
Oh yeah, and then you'll see them again or something. They'll try to do it right again. It's
yeah. That stuff always hurts me. It's like, ooh, oh.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I can't watch it.
Yeah, there was a show on MTV. I can't remember. Dang it, I can't remember what it was called, but it basically covered all that stuff, and it had the lead singer from Papa Roach was the host.
Really?
I can't remember the
MTV,
name.
huh?
Yeah, but yeah, it was showed some like brutal stuff where people were doing, jumps off staircases and stuff
right.
on
That
bikes, and then you just see the bike tires blow out and they just go flying. You're just like, and then they've got the person talking about it, like, yeah, man, I knocked out my front teeth, broke my nose,
right.
and but thing is, 2 weeks later, I was out and I did it again, and landed it.
Funny stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
no.
I'm glad I'm like when I'm on my speeder, it's about the fastest I go if I'm not in a car, and I'm like, man, if something breaks, because I had a bike break on me one time, about killed me. I mean, I landed right here. I was, I'm lucky I didn't even have a concussion. I just had my temporary teeth put in. You see, these are all fake up here, but what they call that, porcelain or whatever, crowns. Veneers, crown. Yeah, that's what they are. Been a long time, but I just had my temporaries put in. My bike, the fork on the bike broke, and I hit it. I went over a curb,
Oh man!
and it just shot me right down into dirt and gravel. It was a gravel drive, and
that's a great feeling too.
boy, I woke up and blood's flying everywhere, and I was like, "What happened?" And but I always say my temporary teeth saved my life, because I don't wear a helmet, and that's what I landed on. So I was peeling pebbles out and saying, I went to see my dentist a couple days after that. That was a Saturday morning. I went to see her on Monday or Tuesday, and she got, oh my. So she's finding little pebbles in my gums and stuff.
Man.
Sorry about that.
That.
No. Oh man,
No.
yeah. And then the nurse, she goes, "Well, you see, you should have. Don't you wish you would have had a helmet?" As I'm all beat to hell, she says, "Don't you wish you would have had a helmet?" And I'm like, "No, I landed on my freaking teeth, you idiot." I don't know if a helmet would have helped or not. It might have. It might have caught. I don't know.
I mean,
because I landed right here. I mean, it busted. I was all scarred
I
up.
mean, a bike helmet, no, not really. Because, I mean, no.
I don't know if it would have helped or not.
I'm going to go with no.
So I started wearing one when Scarlett started riding a bike.
Yeah.
Because I wanted her to wear one. It's like, God, I don't know. Mac, we didn't wear helmets.
No. It was a
I
different
grew up
time,
in the damn the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
We did not wear helmets.
No, we never wore helmets.
And I wrecked one time on my bike, hauling butt down I had a driveway. It had a,
down a hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A slant. And I pulled into my shed, and I used to just hit the brakes. There was no braking. Man, I bounced off. I went so fast, Josh, when I landed in the shed, and my body hits, I went clear through the shed. It was only maybe 20 feet, and hit the back wall, and crap's falling down. I was like, oh, my God.
It's like a Looney Tunes episode.
I get up, and I'm like, ah.
Did you ever whip a bike sideways, and then you just, the momentum just kept you going, and you just, like, flung off?
Probably, more than likely. I mean,
that.
Adam and I, my best friend, we were on bikes constantly.
Yeah.
Even when we had our license, we still rode our bikes. And we did everything you can imagine.
We'd always take them off jumps. Like, we'd build ramps and stuff, and I don't know how many tires I blew out.
Yeah.
Just laying. Pop.
Used to be there at Wawasee Heights. I don't know what's there now. Back there's a real nice building. I think somebody's got a landscaping building back there now. There used to be a BMX trail track.
Yeah.
Oh, jumps and everything. It's a beautiful dirt track.
Yeah.
Anybody listening that grew up in the Heights knows exactly what I'm talking about. And boy, they had some nice jumps there you could take off. I was in first grade when we were there, and jumped one time, and of course you did the epic where you pulled up too high.
Yeah. You're like, this is no.
And then when we lived, my family lived by the baseball diamonds in Webster, right across the street. And back then, they had the goalposts from the old Webster school, and they had the track, of course. But they also had it back when it was a high school, and this is old stuff. They had pads and stuff. They used to pole vault for track and field back when the high school was there. I don't know if it went on through junior high. It probably did through the 70s.
That's a
80s.
sketchy sport, right? Pole vaulting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, what we did, the pole vault it's got a little thing that you dig. It's got a slant.
Yeah.
And you put that down the ground. That's what you put the javelin in, the pole. So what we did was, because they weren't pole vaulting anymore, but they had all the padding was still there.
Yeah.
So we turned that over, and it became a ramp. So what we would do is jump off that ramp. Is a hard plastic, real hard
right
plastic.
Onto the pad?
So you could flip, and you just landed. The only thing it'd break apart, so it was like dusty.
Oh,
so you'd come out, and you'd covered in the pad dust. But it was fun. We'd flip, and, you just land right in it, or you tried to jump over it, you know. So back with our little Huffies and BMX bikes. That was good times. And then they, finally threw all that stuff away. I don't know where that old ramp went to. It probably got thrown away.
Yeah, probably.
It was
recycled.
Yeah. Yeah, the things you do when you're young, man, without internet and phones.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of basketball.
And it was all neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
We'd all congregate. So in when we see each other to this day, which is 40 years later, if not even more.
Yeah.
We're very kind, very cordial. We're always glad to see each other.
Yeah. No, that's
that's cool.
A few buddies that I grew up with that best friends, and we don't keep in touch as much as we used to.
Sure.
But I'll tell you, they still got a special place in my heart. They're great people, and I love catching up when we do catch up, because it's just it feels like nothing ever
like the years,
no time.
There's no time. Isn't that cool?
And then we just act like kids again.
That's something we got as humans. I hope the AI doesn't ever mess with. It'll never understand it.
Nah.
That's for sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just keep making funny art, AI. That's all we ask.
Good art, good memes, right?
Now, don't take the art away. Just make funny art that then let the humans do the art.
I like what you see. Oh, and Star Wars and 1950s Panavision.
Yeah,
You seen the stuff
yeah.
like that, and I'm like, yeah, hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then it's hilarious too at the same time. Try to describe Darth Vader or C-3PO to AI.
See, I like doing things where I take bulldogs and turn them into Jedi or Sith.
Yeah,
I've done that a couple
very
times.
cool.
Where, like, I think Instagram's got one where that's what I'll do is I'll just type in like English bulldog as a Sith, warrior or something, and it'll give me like this picture. And
That's
stuff.
cool.
Just,
That's cool.
just being goofy, having fun.
Yeah,
it's,
for sure.
It's a good time. And what's really fun though is my mom's got one of those photo frames.
Yeah.
Where you can send stuff.
Oh
to it.
yeah.
And so, I sent her one where it was a French bulldog in Paris drinking coffee while smoking a cigarette with a beret. And sure enough, it gave me exactly what you're thinking of.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was perfect. So the
So
first
you
thing I
sent it
did,
to
I
her?
sent it to my mom. So it'll just randomly roll through there and play. And she didn't tell me when she saw it or anything, but I'd like to say her reaction was excited.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because
That's
it
neat.
was awesome. Yeah.
Well, Bub, we're at 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we nailed it.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. It does.
And I think my water heater kicked on.
Yeah.
Picks it up. I can reduce I reduced that in iMovie. I can
yeah.
reduce the background noise, and does a pretty good job.
Nice.
And then when I do our audio, I always turn auto. It's got this feature on there called auto, and I bump it up to 152.
Yeah.
The volume,
Mhm.
and then I hit auto, and I always think it sounds real good.
Yeah, no, it sounds really good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, anything you want to say before we depart here?
Quick heads up, winter skills camp.
Mm-hmm.
So we had another weather cancellation. So 26 is football winter skills camp
Okay.
at Wabasee High School. If anybody's interested.
For what age groups?
So we're doing kindergarten to 8th grade.
Okay. Wow.
Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Kindergarten through 8th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a nice way to get the kids,
Mhm.
moving again if they're
Yeah,
on winter
yeah.
sports or anything, or
Very
even if
cool.
they're in winter sports and they do have the time. It's a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell everybody, hey, don't forget Dancing with the Stars for charity
yes.
here at Kosciuszko County is Saturday, March 29th. We have 13 teams and 13 charities.
Yeah.
So get your tickets at the Warsaw Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, and there's going to be
Support
a
some charity.
special guest there too. It's going to be give you hints, rocker.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm dancing. Yeah,
If you
I've got
didn't
an
know.
excellent. We're in it to win it too. My
Yeah.
partner Lauren. This is a shout out. Lauren Sponseller is doing very good, and I got to do a little more practicing. But we're in it to win it, and we have two choreographers. One of them we worked with a lot. Her name's Ella Gonzalez, and she is quite the dancer, let me tell you, and a very good teacher.
Yeah.
I think she's going to have a good career if she keeps up dancing. And then another girl who plays on the Warsaw girls basketball team, her name's Amber Whitaker. So she's been with us too. They're our choreographers.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun night.
That's
And,
cool. That's cool. I'm
yeah.
excited for you, man.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. I get to play it's like air guitar. I'll be lip syncing, but I get to play guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm grabbing my dad's Telecaster, and I'll be looking like I'm playing. We're doing Crocodile Rock.
Oh.
So there's a part where
Yeah.
Lauren does her own solo dance, and then I'm kind of in the background rocking out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that was all Ella's idea,
Yeah.
So there's some talent here. And
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, I sponsor Ella's. She does theater and dance, right? So
Yeah.
she asked if I'd be interested in sponsoring,
That's cool.
and I did. I just got signed up for it. So an ad in everything that the PAC does, the Performing Arts Center does, I'll have a Scotty Rocker's Rock and Roll Rundown will be featured in there
Cool.
for the rest of the
Yeah.
year. How cool is that?
That is really
man?
cool.
That's neat. And my first sponsored, where I sponsored
Yeah.
somebody. So I'm hoping to do some there at Schrock Field.
Oh.
get the banner out on the fence.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would have
yeah.
done it last year, had Scarlett played softball, but she didn't because of her
Yeah.
injury, which sucked. So,
Yeah.
but I told Pat Moore I'd like to do it. He's
Cool.
like, okay. So you'll see a banner out there. Scotty Rocker's Rock and Roll Rundown every Thursday on Facebook.
That's awesome.
Isn't that
Yeah.
cool? Yeah.
Oh no, man, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, for you, and it helps all the kids and everybody that's out there too. So
And
that's such a win-win.
If not this year, for sure next year we're gonna have one for Macker Studios.
Yeah. Yeah.
Macker Studios. You want digital advertising? Macker Studios.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We will definitely do it.
Well, let's sign off, man.
Alrighty.
And thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a good week.
Yeah. Subscribe, please, to the YouTube channel. You can check us out on Twitter, X, of course. And soon we'll be on other, social medias. We just got to find the time to get them put together. So we appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. We'll catch you later. All right, man.